Alrighty, friends, welcome on into to another one of our classes, to our food truck marketing class. I'm Scott Morrison. I'm the host for today. I'm the creator of the sweeper, the food truck, food shop mark group as well. Create a bunch of other things as well. We'll talk about that here in a little bit, but I want to welcome you all in. If you could real quick, just make sure our audio is working. So just leave in the chat here. Let me know that you're hearing me okay. And that everything's working all right on your side and my side as well, that our technology is working. I've done a couple of days where you get partway through and you realize, oh, wait, nobody can hear me. That's a little bit of embarrassing. So I want to make sure you guys can hear me. Also, while you're doing it, let me know where you're tuning in from. Are you somewhere in the States, you internationally, where are you at? And then what type of food do you serve as well? I always like seeing that. There's always fun to see what all sorts of different things. I was just uploading a whole bunch of new people into the group. All kinds of new shops that are out. Lots of coffee shops, ice cream, shaved ice, barbecue trucks, a lot of those that are out there right now. So welcome to everybody. Welcome into the group. Welcome into this class today as well. So what we're going to do for a little bit today, I just want to kind of set some expectations and let you know what will happen, what we're going to go through here over the next little bit of time together. We'll probably spend 30, 45 minutes or so together. Welcome you in, but we'll do a quick state of the union about what's going on with the group, where we're at, what's happening with it, what's coming down the pipeline soon as well. We got a bunch of new things that we'll be doing here in the next little bit. We'll share a lot of that with you. Also want to talk about marketing. That's why we're here today. So we're going to talk about marketing fundamentals. I have some very specific things we'll lay out, and what we'll share with you today, this is kind of the basics, if you will. This is the stuff you should be doing no matter what your business. There's tons on top of that. There's a lot more you could be doing, a lot more advanced stuff that you could be doing as well. But ultimately, this is the minimums of things that you should be doing in your group as well. I'm sorry, for your shop as well, to really get it marketed, get it going. So that's one piece we'll talk about here today also. If you have questions as we go along, please put them in the chat. I'll see a few minutes ago, but the way the technology is set up, I can't see everybody's question as I'm going through it. But I'll be happy to spend some time and answer as many questions you guys would like, and really kind of help you guys make sure your shops are running, going smooth for you. So with that, let's kind of just dive right in and get started. Now, the one thing I would like you guys to do today, please put into the chat right now, what is the number one thing that you hope to get from today? Why did you tune in? Why are you here? What are you hoping to get the most out of today? I like to ask this in the beginning, because then I can tailor some of our messaging, tailor what we're talking about today to your specific needs, and kind of help you with that. So if you could real quick, let me know what is the number one thing that you want to get out of today. And while you're doing that, I am posting in a group real quick that we are getting started. So bear with me on my phone here for a second, and we'll post this here, and then we can get going and we can really dive into our topic today. And there we go. Okay. So again, for those of you joining, I'm Scott Morrison. I am the creator of the food truck, food shop marketing group. My background, I've been in small business and entrepreneurship for 15 plus years, either owning my own business, running my own business, but then also working with brands and companies that support businesses as well. So technology companies, automation companies, marketing companies. My specialty has always been on the sales and marketing / operations side of it. So how do you run a business, but then also how do you get customers into that business? How do you market? How do you sell? That's the stuff that I've done for a really long time. I live in Orlando, Florida. Here we have a shaved ice business called Snowmo's Shaved Ice. We've been running for 3 or 4 years now. I love it. Kind of a long, crazy story how we got started with it, but we love it. It's as family run as you can possibly get. It's a food trailer that stays parked in one location. So we're at a Shell station parking lot here in the suburbs of Orlando. We're here all the time. Our shop is open all the time. But we love that business. And out of that, as I kind of got started that, I kept looking at, what are other things that this industry needs? What's some support that they need? And taking a lot of my expertise and my background on the things I've done in the past, I created the group, originally called it Sweet Profits. That name's still floating around there, but really created this group as an opportunity, as a way for you guys to form a community, for all of us to kind of work together to share what's working, and then ultimately tailor that a little bit more specific to marketing. We have some products, we have some resources, we have a lot of things that are available, a lot of big things that are coming up. So that's a little bit about me and what we did and why I launched this business. So some of you are putting in the chat right now the number one thing you're hoping to get out of today. So best marketing practices for new businesses. We're definitely going to talk about that. How, really kind of, again, what we're going to cover today is what you should be doing no matter what in your business as far as marketing. There's a lot more advanced stuff, and we'll have other courses and things for that. This is the bare minimum, at least in my opinion, that you've got to be doing to really market and promote your business. Mercy says, launching a new business, I'm seeking skills ensuring a robust launch and create a substantial growth. Very cool. So a lot of we'll talk about today is the fundamentals to start this stuff, and then how you can keep building on top of that. So I think you could definitely do that. Chop is from the starting shaved ice business in South Florida. First time here. Welcome. Brian's asking, Brian, good to see you again. Most cost-effective ways to grab new guests and keep existing guests engaged. So we'll kind of talk about that as we tie through the social media side of things as well. Tammy says starting a new business. Starting new. What's the best marketing? So we're looking for that. So a lot of different ways and kind of how to get started and how to make sure that you market your business well. So we'll talk about that. A real quick State of the Union. I like to share this about where we're at as far as the group, because this group, it's not just for me. Okay, this is for all of us to kind of work together, to support, to collaborate, share what's working, ask for help, look for resources. I love it. Like over the weekend, somebody posted that there's generators on sale at Harbor Freight. So a bunch of people went out and got that. We do these classes in here on a regular basis, and we do quite a bit to really form a community around the food truck / food shop, shaved ice, because that's my background. So here's a little bit about where we're at. So I started this December 2020, so just a little bit over a year ago. Again, this is a community and education center. It's for you. As of right now, as of at least this morning, with 4,250 plus group members, we're growing quite a bit. It's been growing rapidly. The top 2 states is Texas and Florida. There's a lot in the South, but we're growing internationally as well. Europe, Australia, even the Middle East, other places that we're seeing more businesses, more food truckers come together. So I love seeing kind of the international feel of this. That's a whole lot of fun. And again, ask questions. This group is for you. So ask questions, ask for help. Say, also share what's working for you, and please take a quick second and invite other shop members to come into the group as well, other people you know. One of the main things we have, I'm coming up with the 1-year anniversary, this is why I want to share about this for a second, is Shaved Ice Academy. This is the course I wish existed when we got started, when we started our business. So if you're doing shaved ice or snowballs or snow cone or 1,000 other names you call those businesses, if you're doing that, check out our academy, just sweet-profits.com/academy. We launched this a year ago, had a bunch of businesses go through it. I love seeing their successes. I love seeing what's going on. So that's one of the big pieces that we have, or one of the big courses, that we have available at the program. And the only thing I'm going to pitch you on and sell you on today, I'm going to ask you to do is please take a second, go to Instagram and follow our new Food Truckers Instagram account. This is a meme and humor account. The whole point of this is just to be funny and laugh and laugh about our industry a little bit. I think about this a lot. What we do should be fun. It should be, you're not saving anything here. We're really making people happy. So I set up, we have a lot of memes coming through. I just saw the latest batch come through this morning. We got a ton that was scheduled a little bit. So take a quick second, Instagram.com/food truckers. There's no E in truckers, TRUCKRS. Please take a quick second, go follow that. You can have a good laugh. And again, that is my hardcore sales pitch for you guys today. The thing I want you to go and do as we go through today. So what's next and what's coming up next as far as the group? We're about to rebrand it. Everything's going to be moved to a new branding called Food and Ice. We'll do more of these regular classes. We'll do these on a weekly basis. Some will be shaved ice specific, a lot of them food truck marketing specific as well as I'm coming out with a new marketing platform. This will be ready in about 2 weeks or so. But talking about this a little bit, and you're going to see some previews of this today as we go through if you want to stick around for that. But what this is, it's a membership platform that's designed to give you strategy, to give you content, to give you templates on how to market your business. So there'll be social media templates, there'll be text messaging, direct messaging, email templates as well. There'll also be templates like if I need to create a checklist, or I need to create a hand washing sign, or if I need to do whatever type of thing, social media stuff on posts or stories or reels, or all this is going to be in there. Ad templates, all this is going to be included in this membership program. There'll be training, there'll be resources, some more advanced stuff. There'll be a library of resources and a bunch of things that'll be available for you. So that's coming up. If you want to stick around here in a little bit after we go through kind of the meat of the lesson today, I'll do a quick demo of that if you're interested in checking that out. Again, this is just really for feedback for today. I'm not ready to sell it yet. It's not something that's available to anyone yet. But if you'd like to kind of at least get some preview of what's coming up, stick around for a little bit. I'll let you know what's going to happen. Okay. So with that, guys, so we're going to dive right in. We're going to start talking about really the marketing components of this, the core marketing functions I think that you need to be doing to grow your business. So real quick, jumping back here, I'm going to talk to you real quick about the platforms you need to be active on. There's 3. We're going to cover those real quick, kind of explain how they work, explain what you should be doing on those. I'm going to show you some resources for strategy as well. Really, at least when we do our marketing and Tons of other businesses I've been involved in, and we do marketing, kind of the strategy and how we kind of think about, well, what should we be posting? How should that work? And I'll give you a couple tools and things that I'm using on a daily basis that other businesses are using on a daily basis. I think help you with your marketing, help you kind of get going and make it easier for you. With that, if you have questions on things, put it in the chat and I will answer as many of those as I can. I am streaming this on Facebook, it's the Facebook group as well. If you're watching on there, I will not be seeing those comments right now. I'll go back and later I will answer as many as I can. But if you're on Zoom right now, you're watching this live on Zoom, put something in the chat, put a question in the chat as we go along, and I'll do my best to see those and answer those as we go along. So with that, let me change the screen here real quick, and we're going to dive right into what I call always the big three of marketing. The top three platforms I think you need to have a presence on, the big three. And listen, these are all household names. You hear these names every day. You probably use these resources every day, but there's a strategy behind them. There's a reason to use them. And so I want to cover that. So make sure that you are, again, doing the bare minimums, the fundamentals. That's why this is a food truck marketing's fundamentals class, to make sure that you're getting your business out there and you're at least giving yourself a chance to have other businesses, have people check out what you're up to. Okay, so the first one is Google. So there's a platform called Google My Business. A lot of business owners don't even know that this exists. But anytime you Google something, so on the right there of the screen, you see Snowmo Shaved Ice. That's our shaved ice business. So if you were to Google Snowmo Shaved Ice, on the right of the Google screen, that page is what's going to show up. Well, you as the business owner have a lot of control over what shows up on this page. You have to set up a profile through Google My Business. This is completely free, but the advantage to it and the benefit to it is this is what you want Google to know about your business. I think we all kind of understand how Google works. It's I know how, I don't know necessarily how it does, but I know what it does. It goes out, it crawls the internet, and it looks for information and organizes that information. And then when you search for something, it shows up that information. So it has their machines, their algorithms that does it on their own. Well, Google My Business is the one time you have the opportunity to tell Google, this is what I want you to know about my business, and this is what I want you to share about my business. So you just go to Google, just Google My Business. I think it's Google My Business. No, it's business.google.com/create or something like that, where you can create your Google My Business account. Go in, they'll verify your address and verify that you are the owner of that business. And then inside of there, you can go and you can put different information about your business on there. This also will help you a ton on ranking your business higher on Google. The more information you have in this, then the better it is going to be for you, the more powerful it's going to be for you. This, in short, kind of appears everywhere Google has stuff show up. So search results. If I Google, like we're a shaved ice business in Orlando. If I Google shaved ice Orlando, shaved ice Claremont, I want my business to show up. This is my best opportunity to have Google do that, or put that search result out there for me. So I will show up in there. It also shows up on maps, and this is extremely powerful. So if somebody is Googling something close by and they pull up the map, well, if I'm registered on Google My Business will show up on the map while that person is looking to get direction to something else. So for example, half a mile from our shop is a Target. Very, popular place, obviously. A ton of people go there. Well, people are Googling where's the local Target, or maybe where's the local restaurant, or where's the local whatever, and they see it on the map. My business will show up on that map as well if they zoom in and they look at it, because I'm registered on Google My Business. So this is a powerful way that you can have people show up and see your business because you're showing up on Google. So you want to have this things kind of set up in here, also show up in browsers and ads and so forth. And really, in short, everything that Google touches, your Google My Business profile is gonna show up here. So a couple of things that you can put into this to make it work well for you. Obviously, go and put in your address, put in your hours. If you have a website, put a link to that. If you have a business phone number, put that phone number on there. And then you can put different pictures and things in there, and you can just build this nice profile out. And it's different from social media in that you don't necessarily have to always update it. Once you kind of put it there, you can let it be, maybe put a couple things in from time to time, but you don't have to be continually updating it. But the other really cool thing it does is it has reviews. I'm sure many of you are like me. When I go shopping and I'm going to go buy something, or I'm going to go check out a new restaurant, I'm often going to read the reviews. There's a couple different places you can get that. And Google is one of the most popular places that people go look at reviews. So you see our shop, we have 56 reviews on there, 4.9 stars. So this is a powerful platform. In fact, a little trick that we do from time to time, we'll do this 2 or 3 times a year. We'll send out an email to all of our customers and ask them to go leave a review on Google for us, or on Facebook, or on Yelp, or whatever we're asking for that day. But then that gives opportunity for more people to go leave a review. But as you can understand now, once you have more reviews on there, once you have more stars, then people are going to be more apt to go check out your business. And I don't know this for sure, but I think Google also does favor more popular places because they have a higher review. So you have more likelihood that they're going to be coming in. People are going to come and check out your spot because they saw your reviews. So this is Google My Business. It's really, really powerful. But guys, this is also really easy to set up and to run through. Go to the pages, Google My Business. It walks you through a very easy to set up tutorial. That's why I'm not going to show you, because their tutorial is super easy, super intuitive on how to do it. Get your profile set up. And once you have that, you're now telling Google what you want them to know about your business. Make sense? So a question I saw coming as we go through is Brent asked, you can also pay Google to have your business come up first in results when you have people trying to type in some of the stuff. That is absolutely right, Brandon. You can do that. You can also run ads. There's a lot of more advanced things you could be doing with Google to pay to have your business show up a little bit more front of the line when you're when people are Googling or searching for something. So absolutely, that's right. There's a lot of different things that you can be doing inside of there to help your business rank a little bit higher. So platform number one, you absolutely have to have a presence on is Google, more specifically Google My Business. So questions on that as we go through, please feel free to put in the chat. I'll answer them as we go along. But the next platform to have a presence on is Instagram. Now, why? So Instagram has somewhere in the neighborhood of 500 million daily users. That's a lot. There's a good chance that you have looked at Instagram today. I know many of you, and I may or may not be guilty of this, often check Instagram before I get out of bed in the morning. It is one of our current major addictions. And yeah, I understand there's some age demographics that go into this, but Instagram it's there, it's everywhere. So you might as well have a good presence on it. We have developed a ton of business that come because people see our stuff on Instagram. You can build a good relationship with customers. You can do a whole lot of different things. I feature here Blue Monkey Shaved Ice. This is in our business, of course, is a shop. I have no affiliation with them at all. They're in Nashville, Tennessee, but I've always liked for many years now the way that they do their social media, specifically Instagram, like the way they're set up. Their mobile business, they have good pictures. As you see, there's a picture of Kanye West in the bottom right. So they're playing with memes. They're doing a lot of cool stuff. So if you want just a good example, I recommend checking out Blue Monkey Shaved Ice as a good example. So a little bit about Instagram. The basics are important. Have a good profile picture. In this case, they have their logo, that works, or you can have maybe a picture of your product, but make sure it's something that's clean and that stands out and that looks good. The reason why I like Blue Monkeys is because they have that blue background, and that makes it stand out quite a bit. A good bio or good description, so they have premium ingredients, powdery soft snow, etc. Have kind of an explanation in there. Just something that explains a little bit more about what you do, what you offer. The emojis work really well too. People tend to notice that. They're colorful, they stand out, so play with some different emojis. The link on there, you can change that, you can play with that. Like ours, for example, we usually have what's called a link in bio, which means they click on the link and it goes to a page with a bunch of other links on there. You can do that. Maybe if you're doing a special, maybe you want to have a link to your map, link to gift cards, link to your job application, whatever it is, have some sort of link in there. And then your address could be listed below that as well. Now, I know a lot of you guys are moving around from place to place to place, so you don't necessarily need to have your address listed there, but just something, so you can just remove that. But if you're in one location, you can have your address listed there. But one of the most important keys, if not the most important key I found about Instagram, once you kind of get everything set up and running well, is to post consistently. So Instagram, more than any other platform, seems to love if you post on a consistent schedule. Now, I don't mean necessarily every day at 9 o'clock we do it. If we post at 10, we missed it. I don't mean that necessarily. But I mean, if you're going to post every day, post every freaking day. Post every morning, every mid-morning, afternoon, whatever it is. Post on a consistent, regular basis, rather than, well, we're going to post today, and then we'll take a break, and then we'll post in 3 days, and we'll take a break, and we'll post down there. But if you post, and I've tested this on our own accounts as well. And I'll be honest, I'm terrible at this during the winter because we slow down quite a bit, so I won't post as much. And in the summer, we're busy, so I tend to post a lot more. But when I'm posting more consistently, it works way better, meaning we get more engagement, we get more reach, we get more new followers, and I get more customers showing up at our shop saying, I saw the thing on Instagram, and they came because they saw that. So post on a consistent basis. I'm going to talk in a little bit about tools and some scheduling resources to help you with that. Make sure you post on a regular basis. Now, inside of Instagram, there's a couple of different types of posts, and I want to go through that to kind of give you an idea of how they work, what's most important, and how they're most impactful. So the first is just a regular post. So you see at the bottom of the Blue Monkey Shaved Ice of that page, just a standard picture or a short video, just a post. That should be very polished, meaning it's a good high quality image. maybe you have some writing or graphics on it, that it stands out, that it looks good, that it's just, you look like you took some time. Not bad lighting, fuzzy, can't really tell what it is. That's not going to be worthwhile at all. So make sure it's something that's crisp and it's consistent, crisp and polished and good quality. Those are the best things that you want to put into your regular general Instagram posts. And they can be about all sorts of different things. So in a second, I'm going to show you kind of the strategy behind that. But really, the point of it is to have something that's really, really polished. Now, the next thing is kind of the secret sauce, the turbocharged, the nitro, whatever you want to call it. The hottest thing right now on Instagram and social media is Reels. These are so powerful, meaning their reach, the how far they can get out to many new users is the most powerful thing out there, except maybe TikTok is another. We're not going to talk about TikTok today, but as far as Instagram, this type of social media platform, Reels are incredibly powerful. So Reels are short videos, as short as 1 or 2 seconds, and up to, I think they up to about 60 seconds. Usually I see the ones that are between 10 and 20 seconds kind of work the best, but there are a million different creative ways that you can showcase your business, your product, whatever you guys are about. They could be funny, they could be serious, they could be emotional, whatever it is. There's a ton of different things. And if somebody just put in the chat as well, it's something that you can get a large amount of views with. And it blows my mind. I will post something, leave for 5 minutes, come back, and I have literally thousands of views on it. Because that's what Instagram is favoring the most right now. In fact, they're going to tons of influencers, and they'll pay you now for doing Reels. I read this morning an article that Instagram has earmarked $1 billion this year that they will pay influencers just for posting Reels, and they posted based on the amount of usage you're getting. So on my personal account, which is Mr.Scomo, Instagram has reached out to me recently again, and they're going to pay me for just posting Reels. So essentially I just post, and how many views I get, they'll pay me a certain amount coming in. So the fact that they're putting their money there and they're encouraging people they're paying people, not encouraging, they're paying people to post, tells me that this is the hottest thing. So I highly recommend on a regular basis, post Reels. They are not as scary as they seem. You don't have to do the pointing or the dancing. If you want to do that, great. But you can also just feature your product. You can, show a bunch of different pictures of your product, or you making your product, or some of things. And they're not too incredibly difficult to build. There's a lot of creativity goes in that. But build and play with Reels, that is going to get you the most reach right now. Posts kind of show like a more stable history about what's happening with business. But Reels is what's going to get you the most exposure to new people right now. Now, the other cool piece, another part of Instagram I recommend using is Stories. Stories is there across the top. We're in the Blue Monkey logo. It's highlighted in red there. That means there's stories that are available. Stories are a quick snapshot. They're only available for 24 hours and then they disappear. This can be really real and raw. So meaning it doesn't have to be polished. It could be grainy, could be you moving, could be you just talking. You don't have to do a whole lot of editing behind this. But this is a way to kind of show behind the scenes what's happening immediately right now, what you're up to if you have some news or things you want to get out there. You can do it with Stories. Now we use, and one thing I have membership available is templates where if I'm maybe updating my hours or if we're posting jobs or catering or something like that, we do have some more polished looking stories that I use. They don't necessarily have to be that. They could be just as simple as I could pull out my phone right now. I could do right now, hey, I'm teaching a class and this is what's going on. We'd love to have you there. Post just that, and that could be a reel for you that would work also. So use Reels is just a different way to kind of help. Now, the glue that kind of holds all this together in Instagram, and I don't want you to forget about this. I see a lot of people, they do a really good job. They're posting their stories, their reels, their regular posts. They're putting stuff out there, but all they're doing is they're talking, talk, post. But the most important part of this kind of the glue is the engagement. What I mean by that is for you to interact with your customers. So if they comment on something, like the comment or respond to it, or go to some of your customers or go to other similar businesses and actually engage and remember the social part of social media. Create a relationship with them. Don't just talk all the time, but listen and answer questions or leave comments or be useful and be helpful. Do things that's not just you constantly throwing things out there. Rather, do a better job of making sure that you're building a relationship. Now, with that, this also means it's the best platform for you to engage with influencers. So in most areas around the US right now, we're in Orlando, for example, I bet there are 100 people out there at least who are going to different food businesses and creating a food themed Instagram account where they're reviewing or they're checking out their favorite things or they're just posting about different food that they like. and they have a following. Some might be small, some might be massive, where they're talking about food that they're eating or places they're going to or cool shops that they like. Well, this platform is a great way to interact with those people, invite them to your shop, and have them post about you, because it's some free marketing now. So we'll go through on a regular basis and we'll send direct messages through Instagram, and we'll invite influencers out. Say, come check out our shop. Would you like to, this is kind of like the pitch I give them is like, hey, we saw your page. We love it. I get hungry every time I'm looking at it. Would you like to come by to our shop, do a free photo shoot? We'll give you a bunch of free product if you like it. If you want to post and share about it, please be our guest to do that. We'd love to have you do that. Everyone says yes. It's rare unless they're really busy that they maybe will be scheduled. They're not sure, but you're offering them a free meal or free dessert or something for free, and all they're going to do is take some pictures and post about you. They're almost always going to come, and that is a really powerful way for you to get out to a whole bunch of people without paying money for advertising. You're just giving away a little bit of product. Make sure that you have a good product and they love it, and then you're going to get some new people showing up. So that, I think Instagram is the best platform for that. Okay, so that's number 2 of our big 3 platforms. The third one is Facebook, guys, and then we're going to talk about some strategy here in a second and go through some different tools. But Facebook, again, I don't know the numbers on it, but I think everybody and their mother, literally their mother, everybody's out on using Facebook as well. So get in front of it. Now, I recommend Facebook and Instagram because they attract different people. Now, it's funny. Some businesses, in fact, this business we're looking at here, Cactus Cones, they're in Oklahoma. They're amazing. I love what they're doing. They tell me they are crazy popular on Facebook, but they don't have as much of a reach on Instagram. Whereas other businesses I know, it's kind of the opposite. They have a huge reach on Instagram, not as much on Facebook. I don't necessarily know the reasoning behind that, but I know it's important to have presences on both platforms because you can have different people show up there. We've tested this times too. We'll post something on Instagram and we'll get a certain crowd come. We'll post something on Facebook, we'll get a different crowd come for that. We'll post it on both. We'll ask them, where did you hear about our thing for you to come out today? And they'll be kind of mixed where they're hearing about it from. So you kind of need to be on both. Now, you can do a little bit of shortcut, meaning what you post on Instagram, you could also put on Facebook, but there are pros and cons of both platforms. Now, the most important thing that we're talking about Facebook, we're not talking about your personal page. You have to have a business page. What you're looking at right now is Cactus Cones. That is their business profile. It's nice, and if you'd like to post to your personal page about your business, be my guest. Go ahead and do that. But if you're actually going to build a business, you have to use a business page because of the tools and the resources and the reach that has it. It's just designed and set up for you to promote yourself as a business, whereas a personal page is more for you to engage as an individual rather than as a business. So the things that guests will look for, these are some of the data points you can put inside of your Facebook business page. It's a description about your business, your location, your hours, and other places for reviews as well. This is another thing I see a lot of people come, they'll check out, they'll look for how many, what do the reviews look like. As you see Cactus Cones at 215 reviews, 4.9 stars. If I saw that, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to go check it out. 215 people, can't be wrong here. So it's a place to collect and to share reviews as well. But in some of the other features and things, it also gives you an opportunity to engage with your fans more. Like we talked about Instagram, make sure that you're engaging with them. You're not just posting all the time, but they leave comments, engage with them. They have questions, engage with them. The direct message feature inside of Facebook is really powerful. I'll talk about that in a second. The other cool thing you can do about this is you can put links in your posts. So on Instagram, I can't put a link inside my description of a post. We can, but it's not clickable. People just see it, www.whatever.com. I can't click it. And I can't copy and paste it either. So it's kind of useless. Whereas on Facebook, you can put that in there. So as an example, we're hiring right now. So as we post to Facebook, we'll say, fill out an application. We'll put the link here right in the Facebook post. Where on Instagram, I'll say, go to our link in bio because the link is in there. But it is, it's a nice shortcut inside of Facebook that the links are available right inside of the captions you put in there. And the other thing, this goes to direct messaging, is the automated frequently asked questions. I like this as well. You can set it up that if somebody clicks on to message your business, the first thing it will see will be 3 to 5 questions that they might be asking you normally, like, what are your hours? Where are you located? What is your menu? Those are probably 3 of the most popular questions to be asked in the food business. You can have those automatically be answered there. So somebody sees like, yeah, I'm wondering what your hours are. They click on it, and immediately Facebook will send a response that you have pre-crafted to say, here's what our hours are, for example, and then people get that information right away. So it's a way to quickly and easily get people information automatically without you having to go in and to do that. The other cool thing I like about Facebook as well is the events page. Many of you are here because of a Facebook group, and there's an event page inside of that. Well, it works kind of the same. So if you're going to events or you're hosting events or you're going around to different locations, create an event in there, and you can invite your followers to go check that out or to come check you out wherever you're at. It's a really easy way to let people see where you're going to be. Some businesses will rotate through on a weekly basis. You know, on Tuesday we're here, Wednesday we're here, Friday we're here, whatever. You can create separate events for that, or you can do a post on that as well, so your customers can see where you're at, and then if they're in the area, they can come check you out on a regular basis. So very powerful way you can kind of do that. Now, the one last thing I will say about Facebook, and this is more advanced, I'm not going to dive into all of this, but they have a more robust ad platform than Instagram does, at least as of right now. Kind of the beginner level, some of the stuff with ads is to boost the post. That works. So I'll do a whole separate class on ads because I don't want you to run down a rabbit hole and kind of get yourself in trouble and spend a lot of money on people that are nowhere near you, that will aren't good customers of yours right away. So there's more to do in there, but just know if you are going to test ads and play with ads, doing it on the Facebook ad platform is more robust. The cool thing about it is you can run ads on Instagram through the Facebook ad platform, and you just have more variables and things that you can look at, things that you can, or criteria, sorry, that you can select to make sure the ad is going to specific types of individuals you want to see. So it's a little more powerful on Facebook. Okay, guys, so that is the big three: Google My Business, Instagram, Facebook. You have to have a presence, in my opinion, on these three platforms. On Google, you can just set it up. You don't have to update it much. Maybe if it's holiday hours or you're changing your hours, update that on a somewhat regular basis, because people will go there to see when you're going to be open. But on other platforms, you want to make sure as well, on Instagram and Facebook, sorry, that on a regular, consistent basis, you're posting, you're engaging, and you're making it the social side of social media. Okay, so that's that. Now we're going to talk about strategy for a couple minutes. So give me a quick second here. So I'm going to give you what I call the pillars of content, and I'll show you a really good resource and a good way to kind of get ahead of your content and think through your content, plan it out. And then the last part we'll talk about, guys, as well. I'm going to give you a couple of tools and apps and things you can do. Most of these are free, by the way, that you can use to promote and to get your content put out there. So what I mean by pillars of content is, what should you be posting about? So my wife, I'm actually in her office today. My wife is a real estate agent. So when she posts on social media, she can't constantly be saying, hey, here's an open house, or hey, come buy this house, or hey, this, ad. There's no value in that. People are not going to care about that. But if she has different themes of what she's posting about, like, hey, here's a house tip. Here's a little bit about me and my family. Here's the client I just worked with. Here's an offer of a house that you might be interested in. Here's some, housing maintenance information. You see, there's more that you're giving. There's a lot more value that you're giving versus just, hey, come buy my stuff. And what I see a lot, in fact, you see it in the group sometimes, one of the things that drives me the most crazy is somebody comes into our Facebook group and they immediately say, here's my food, come and get it. It's like, I'm in Florida, you're in Texas. I'm probably not going to be in your neighborhood this week, right? There's no value in that inside of our group. But what isn't valuable inside of our group is, here's a tip that's working. Here's a little bit of help that I need. Here's how we made this particular food. It might work for you as well. You guys see kind of the value of that? It's a very different thought process than constantly, here's my stuff. So let me kind of explain it now, you as the food shop owner. For your customers, if all they see from you is, come buy this food, come try this food, come try this food, it'll work to a certain extent because your food probably looks good and they'll be craving it or they'll be excited about it. But if you share more about yourself and your business and you have more of a strategy around what type of content that you put out there, that will always be promoting your shop and always be helping more people come versus just always, here's my food. So let me kind of explain what this looks like. So maybe it'll make a little bit more sense as we go through. So there's 5 different types of content that you're going to post specifically to Facebook and Instagram. If you're using TikTok or something else, this will apply to those as well. And then I'm going to show you kind of the way in a second how to schedule that out. But here's the 5 different types of content. The first is something personal. So create posts about you, your business, your team, your clients, something, again, very personal. Anytime we post about our family, it has by far the most engagement. And then people will come and they'll say, it was so nice to see, if I'm there or one of the kids are there, it was so nice to see you and your family. People love seeing and learning more about us. And this is an advantage we have, guys, that the big businesses, the big corporations don't have. Take a massive, just take a restaurant chain. They can't show personal anything because they're just a chain, they're just a brand. Whereas we are all individuals and families and business partners who are running businesses as people, not as corporations. Yes, we're businesses, but there is always people behind it. So use that to your advantage. Show yourself, show your family, show your employees, show your customers, and your other customers will love that and they'll appreciate that because they'll see them like, wow, there's real people behind this. And there's a huge draw that comes with it. Now, maybe you're holding your food, maybe you're not. You go through our Snowmos account, and some of our posts will just be us as a family. We have 5 kids. 3 of them have been employees inside of our shop. 2 are too young; they will when they get older, right? But my wife and I built this from literally nothing. So we tell that story, we talk about that, and every time we do, people love that. And by the way, sales increase because they love supporting a family. Anytime I'm working in the shop, which honestly isn't a ton because we hire teenagers and they run it and they do almost all the work there in the shop. I'm not there working it a ton, but anytime I do, people love that and they're like, "Oh, you're the owner. So nice to meet you. Thanks for creating this." And there's a connection that was built there just because we're posting it appropriately on social media. So that's the first content pillar. Is that the second one now is your product as well. So show off your food, and again, I'll show you in a second kind of the percentages and the kind of the way to do this. But show off what you're doing. Show off your product. Show off your specials. Make people excited about it and crave it. They're like, "Man, that looks delicious. I need to go try that." I follow like tons of your guys' accounts, tons of food truckers, tons of food accounts. It's funny because I get hungry all the time as I'm looking at it, which isn't going to be good for you. I'm probably going to gain weight just kind of looking at something. But I'll see, again, I'm in Florida. I'll see up in I saw what was it? It was either Maine or Vermont recently. I saw like lobster rolls or something like that. I was like, my gosh, that looks amazing. Because somebody was just showing off their product. So absolutely is appropriate to do that on a regular basis. Just don't make it the only thing you post is your product. Make some of these other things to be important things you post as well. The next is what I call logistics. So logistics is your hours, your location, if you're doing gift cards, if you're catering, if you do events. I would add in their job posting as well. So just the ways people can interact with your business other than just saying, "Here's my food." So these are important. You need to post these on a regular basis as well. The different logistics of things that run your business and things that are around your business that are important for your guests to see that as well. The next is humor. Now, this goes back to my theory that we should all be having fun running these businesses. These should not be too serious. So we're not, saving baby whales here. We're food businesses. I love the fun branding that you see inside of the food truck world as well. You'll see a lot of people really play with it, have a lot of fun. Maybe they'll be a little tongue in cheek or a little risque or a little kiddie-like or whatever. There's tons of different things. So post things that make people laugh. We posted one not that long ago. It was a picture. In fact, it's on I think it's on the Food Truckers page now. It's a picture of Will Ferrell. No, I'm sorry. The top picture of it was like the world burned. It was like a city burning. And it said like the world right now. And the bottom, it was Will Ferrell going kind of like this with his little afro hair. And it says, "Anybody want to buy some anybody want some shaved ice?" or something like that. It was a joke. It was a laugh. We get a lot of people who commented and they engage with that because we made them laugh a little bit. I have other ones we post about. One of our favorite ones is about adults coming to our shaved ice stand and not bringing their kids and saying that it's okay to have date night with us. You don't have to bring the kids. So what are some things we can do? On our new membership platform that we'll be releasing here in a little bit, we'll have templates of these ready for you where you can just kind of pick and say, "Well, I want that one," and maybe put in your business name or something like that. But we'll have that all ready for you where you can just take some of these different types of posts, by the way, all of them, not just humor, but all of them, say, "This is the type of post I want to put out there," and you can share that. You can promote that through your social media pages. And then engagement. So how are you going to get people to engage with your business as well? Going back to the concept that social media needs to be social, is there are specific posts you can put up that will get people to like it or to comment or to share it or save it or whatever it might be. An example like this is a giveaway. Say if you like this one, if you like this post and you follow our account, then by the end of the week, we're going to do a gift card giveaway to everybody who's liked this post and is following our account. Those are ways to create engagement. March Madness is coming up, so we'll have actually a platform for that. Templates for that coming up, where you want to do like a flavor challenge or something. We did that last year. It was a lot of fun. But they have different templates that will be available for you if you want to get some good engagement. So these are the 5 content pillars. And then let me show you kind of the way we use this. I set this up every month. We'll go through. In fact, I have my written one right here, my notes all over it, to go through and say, okay, on every single day, what should we be posting today specifically to Facebook and Instagram. And then we'll go through. So on the first was a personal post. Okay. So then I'll design a personal post that will go up and be about whatever. The next, join the text list. Now that's blue because it's logistics. Next one, the third is a product. We'll feature a product. And so now you have kind of a strategy behind, well, what should we post on a regular basis? I don't know about you guys, but for me, one of the things that drives me the most crazy about running this business is thinking, what should I post today? Because I think we all agree you should be posting on a consistent basis. But then waking up in the morning and thinking, oh, what am I going to post today? Kind of a pain in the butt sometimes. So this is kind of like this marketing calendar here, and the strategy behind it is one of the main parts. It's going to be components. Is going to be part of our membership site, where every single month you'll get a calendar like this. But then past that, not just that, you'll have, for example, so here on the 6th is catering. You'll have a specific template you can use to promote catering to your account, to your Facebook and your Instagram pages. Or on the 16th is a meme. So we'll have, here's a meme you can post today. So we'll have for every single month, here's the strategy. And we've already thought through it. We have a big marketing team behind us that really helps with this about what's the best strategy for it. And we'll think through, well, what should we be posting? What ads should be running? What specials should we be doing? Map it out onto a calendar for you. And then give you not just a calendar, but like, hey, on the first post this and the second post that. Or it could be, if you want to move it around a little bit, you can absolutely do that too. But we'll give you everything. Here's the strategy, and then here's all the templates connected to Canva, which is a company that we're partnered with. So you have now everything ready to go. All you need to do is look at like, oh, okay, on this date, I should post about personal. Here's a personal template. Maybe I need to put in a picture of my product or my family or my employees or whatever it might be. That's it. Then I can schedule it. And I'm going to show you in a second here, guys, the tools for scheduling. And then you're off and running. Now you have this all ready to go. You don't have to think anymore about the strategy behind it. We'll do that for you. We'll do the strategy. We'll come up with a strategy. We'll also come up with the templates for you. And now you're off and running. But doing something like this, I hope you can agree. I hope you can see that having something like this kind of takes the guesswork out of it. The months we have been the most successful in our business were the months that I had this all pre-scheduled well in advance, 2 to 4 weeks in advance. I had everything scheduled out and it was ready to go, instead of me waking up and thinking about, shoot, what am I going to post about today? What should I post about? What did we do yesterday? Do I have anything ready to go? Do I have any pictures ready to go? This way, we're always ahead of it. And I really want to help you guys be able to do the same type of thing, which is why we're building the membership platform here in a little bit, so you can do that. So that's the strategy and the calendar. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and put in the chat. If not, we're going to go ahead to tools here in a second. But that is really the strategy behind, again, the content pillars. I'll put this up on the screen. If anybody wants to take a screenshot of that, go ahead and do that. If you want to take your picture of that, those are the different 5 content pillars. And then the marketing calendar, again, we'll have these available for you for every month on a regular basis. So you have a strategy. Is that helpful, guys? Let me know in the chat or leave a comment somewhere, a thumbs up. Let me know if that's helpful for you to have a strategy as well as templates and all that ready to go for you. I hope that's going to be very beneficial for you. Now, the last part is, at least as far as the training, is going to be tools, and I'm going to demo for you in a second the new site. Again, it's not available. I'm not selling it to you. Just want to kind of see what's available or what will be available soon if it's something you'll be interested in doing. So I'm going to show you 3 tools. We have 3 tools that are really powerful. I'll explain how they are in a second. The first is Canva. Now, Canva is, how do I describe it here? The most powerful designer platform for non-graphic designers. So what I mean by that is, like, think about back in the day, there was, I just forgot, Photoshop. Photoshop is really powerful, really important, but you kind of needed like a degree in Photoshop on how to do it. What Canva is for regular non-designer people. It's the platform that you can use to create really kind of endless types of things. There's a web and there's an app version of it as well. But there's different things you can post. So for example, or you can create. So if I want to create an Instagram post or Instagram stories, I can do it inside of Canva or Facebook or presentations or like dozens and dozens. I don't even know what they all are. You can go into here and very easy with drag and drop. You can create what type of post that you want to do. So going back to, I'm going to feature my product. Maybe I'll put in a picture of my product, but I want to write the words over it, like what the product is called. That's all inside of Canva for you. So you can choose the font, the colors, whatever scheme you want, and you can say this is the name of my product. Or if we're going to advertise the hours, here you can have a template that you can create in there and say, here's why I just update my hours. Or if I'm posting a job, or I want to get people to sign my text message list, or whatever it is, you can create all these different types of posts inside of Canva. They have templates inside of there as well. We are creating our own. We're partnered with Canva, so we're creating our own brand of templates also. But then this is the thing I like about it is the free version is mostly good enough for most people that are working on it. They have a paid version of it, but you can just use the free version of Canva, this canva.com, and you can go in here and you can create your own stuff. You create your own content you want to put out there. It doesn't do a great job yet for Reels. I think there's just inside of Instagram using the Reels tool in there, or there's other apps you can use that are better. But it's okay. It does the other platform, the other types of posts really, really good. Now, once you create it, though, the problem is, well, how do I organize it? What do I do next with that? How do I post it? So I'm going to show you two things you can use for organizing and for scheduling, two other tools. The first is just Facebook Business. Again, a lot of people don't realize this, but Facebook has an entire scheduling platform, which is business.facebook.com. That is free. It's part of your Facebook business account. You can also sync it with your Instagram account. So as you're looking at here on this screen, this is a calendar that Instagram gives you right away, or Facebook, gives you right away. So say, what I want to post on specific days. So you see listed on here, like, for example, March 1st is Mardi Gras, World Complimentary something, Tuesday. The 2nd is Ash Wednesday, 17th is St. Patrick's Day. Facebook puts those in there for you already, so you can kind of know what type of clever days or unofficial national holidays or even national holidays, things that are going on. Those are all listed in there for you. And then what you can do for it is you can start scheduling content right into here. You can put it right in the calendar. You can save it as a draft. You can have it then automatically post for you to your Facebook business page and to your Instagram page. It'll automatically do it for you. So what I mean by that is you can take, again, this calendar that we'll give you. You can create your post for the 1st. You can create it and you can schedule it inside of the Facebook business profile. And then the 1st, or whatever time you set it up for, it'll automatically post. So now you don't have to think about it anymore. It's automatically will post to your Facebook business page as well as to your Instagram account. Now, those are for regular posts. It doesn't do it, as far as I know, it doesn't do it for Instagram stories or Facebook stories. It doesn't do Reels. It does other type of posts like that, but just your regular old posts, it'll automatically post it for you, or it'll give you a notification and say, hey, it's 9 o'clock on Tuesday. It's time to post this specific one. You can tap on that on your phone, and then you can have it post for you then as well. So there's a couple different ways you can do it. But again, this is a free resource that's from Facebook. Again, there's web and web and phone versions of it, so you can have that work for you, whatever's best for you. The other thing I do like is it has the best times to post feature. So it's taking real-time data that Facebook has about you and your people following your page, and it'll recommend this time would be the best time to post something so it gets the most visibility. I like it because the data is coming directly from Facebook, so it's it's very reliable for you. The downside of it, I find, is it's kind of clunky to use. It's not as smooth or as easy. I find myself clicking a lot more than I should, or not remembering what folder was something going or something get moved around. It's a little clunky. But the price is great because it's free, and because it syncs so seamlessly with Facebook and Instagram. It's a great resource for you. The alternative to that, as I'll show you here in a second. The alternative to that is what it's called Planoly. This is a paid version. I think it starts at like $9 or $10 a month or something like that, and they have some higher tiers. Probably the basic tier would be good for you. There is a free one, but it limits the amount of content you can upload in there. As you see, we're using this for our Food Truckers account. And we can just put in here as well all the different content. So you see it's a little bit more graphically laid out nice, a little bit better user interface. It's more powerful for multiple platforms. So it does the same Facebook and Instagram, but you could be doing Pinterest and Twitter as well. It does have Instagram stories. It has the visual planner, so you can kind of see things, how they lay out your page. So on the left there, what you see, those different images, that's pulled straight from the Food Truckers Instagram account, at least when I took that picture of it. So you can see as I lay in more pictures, how will my profile look. So it's a little bit more visually pleasing and easier to use. And again, it's smoother, and I think it's a little bit easier to use than the Facebook business platform. If you want to try it out, that link there is sweet-profits.com/Planoly. I believe it has a longer free trial and some more upgrades than the normal one. I think I get like a couple of free uploads or something like that. I want to be authentic, so I do benefit if you go through that link. But we're not paying for college on that. We'll just say that. Just something a little nice that they throw our way. That's another platform I like as well. So that's it, guys. That's as far as different tools that I like. Again, Canva.com. You can use the free version for most of the stuff you need. you may not ever need to upgrade to the paid version. Facebook Business, which is nice, and then Planoly. I like that platform as well. So those are a couple platforms and tools that are easy for you to run your business. Okay. Any questions in there? Please go ahead and put in there. I'm going to run through real quick the demo of the Food Nice membership, and then we'll wrap up here in a couple minutes. Excuse me. Anytime I do these, I lose my voice. Kids love that. It means that I can't yell at them later. So we'll go through this demo here real quick, and then I'll do some of the questions to see one or two of them coming in. So what this is really the reason why I'm designing it, it's kind of the cheat code, as I'm calling it, for the food truck and shop business owners. So there's 4 main components of what's going to be included with this. And again, I'm not pitching on this. I'm just explaining what's going to be included. And so as I do this, I'd love any feedback, positive and negative. Especially negative, it doesn't work, something's missing, please let me know, because I want to make sure we're building something that's very powerful, robust, helpful, and absolutely affordable for you guys as well. So the 4 main components I'll have: that marketing strategy, which is largely going to be this, as well as some training behind that. So this meaning the calendar of it, content and templates that will be available for you, education and training, so more deep dive stuff, some stuff normally I would charge for will be included as well, and then membership perks and benefits. So the whole reason why we're doing is I want to take the guesswork out of, well, what should I post every day? How do I get more customers? How do I build a base of customers? What should we be messaging? We want to just take the guesswork out of that for you and make it really easy for you, so you can just focus on the business side of running your business, not as much the marketing side of it. We're gonna really take care of a lot of that for you. So the templates and things that we'll do and the strategy we'll do, that's professionally designed either personally by me or by my team that we're building out, that has marketing backgrounds. We understand marketing, we understand what works. We've either done it or we're testing it on our own stuff, or we have the good resources that we know stuff works, and to help you and really help you do all your marketing with minimal amount of content. And minimal amount of effort, not content. We want to have you tons of content, but minimal amount of effort. But even past that, it's not just going to be the marketing side of it. I'll show you in a second some other things that'll help you with other parts of your business as well. It's not just marketing. So the first main component is this. As you saw already, the calendar you'll have there on the left, there'll be a new one for every single month. This will come out a week or 2 before the month starts, so you can get your content ready to go. And then on the right there, what that image you're seeing there is what it looks like when you pull out that content from Canva. So if you want to update your hours, for example, in spring break, and you want to use that template that's there, you click on the link, it will take you to there inside of Canva. Canva will then automatically slide it into your Canva account. And again, it's on the free version of Canva. And then you would put in there maybe where that box is with the cloud there towards the bottom, you would put in there your logo, and then you're ready to go. You can download that, you can schedule it, and you have your template ready to go. You didn't have to design it and to think about how you want to look. You'd have that all ready to go for you. And we'll have lots of different templates for you to pick from. So that's your monthly strategy calendar and templates that'll be ready for you. Past that, we're going to have a template library. And this is where I say it goes past the marketing side of it. Yeah, we'll have a lot of social media content. Well, tons of that will be available for you. With the memes and the challenges, and going back to the content pillars, the personal, product, logistics, humor, and engagement. We're going to have content specific to those different categories that will always be available for you. But we're going to have a whole other component as well of printables, for example. So this might be, maybe you want to send a postcard. We'll have postcard templates for you. Maybe you want to have a frequent buyer card or free, like we use free shaved ice cards all the time. Maybe you want to do a free card. We'll have templates where you can do that. Or one I was designing the other day was for thank you cards. You want to write thank you cards for people, we'll have that. Signs you need to hang up in your shops. You want to hang up your hours. You want to hang up over here to the menu. You want to hang up line forms here. You hang up hand washing or the bathroom, stuff like that. We'll have that. Scripts, what I mean by those, kind of a couple different sides of those. One might be a script of, well, we're going to send out a text message to everybody. Well, what should we say? You'll have a library of scripts you can pull from, each having a different purpose and goal of what they're trying to do. Or another script I'm playing with, this will be helpful for you actually, a script of when a customer walks up to the window and I have somebody working there, well, what should they say? What should be the interaction so that I know that my employee is greeting them the right way, is treating the guest warmly, friendly, with respect, and offering appropriately upsells or something else, or making other recommendations. So think about having scripts available for that. Let me know if that'd be helpful for you also. Checklists. This is the backbone of our business because we're not there on a daily basis. We built this business to run smoothly and very profitably without our day-to-day involvement. So we have checklists. When somebody comes in, there's a checklist. When they leave, there's a checklist. When they clean, there's a checklist. There's checklists all over the place. So we have templates of those, both ones that work well for ours and other businesses, but also generic ones so you can fill in what other types of things that you need to have for your specific business. We'll have templates for that and a bunch of other templates and things. So there'll always be this library available for you. We can log into the site and say, I need templates for this or that, and then pull it out. And if something is missing, there'll be a spot where you can you can request something, request a template, request a feature. That'll be available for you. Past that then is the training center. So my vision of this as we keep going is like the Netflix for food truck business owners. So a lot of it will be the marketing component. So what we just talked about, the big three, this is why I put this picture in there, Google, Instagram, Facebook. There'll be more in-depth training on that, as well as checklists or things on make sure you're doing this, or habits to be doing this on a regular basis. That'll all be laid in there for you. There'll be training for you. So if you want to brush up on specific topics or things, that'll be there. And then other topics like social media or apps or tools that we like. Or one of the things that I see asked for a ton is how do I set up Square? We use Square. So how do I set that up? So we'd have training resources and videos about that, or about how to negotiate a location in which you want to be at, or how to find a location. All these different things will be listed inside of there. We're playing with as well, having a shaved ice corner specific also. So how do I run the ice shaver? How do I pick out concentrates? Well, different pieces of that all will be listed inside of the training center for you to play with. Oh, I didn't realize I did that. Makes it nice and pretty. And then the last piece as well is perks and resources. So discounts in some of these apps. These are the apps that we've tested tons of apps to run your business. These are the ones some of the ones that we find are the best. So we'll have links that you can go through. For many of them, you'll get a discount above what you can normally get, or some other perk above what you can normally get because you're members through us. Negotiating on those right now. I have a couple apps that we're looking at. We'll go to them and say, essentially we have a user base. We'd like to give them a better discount, or we'd like to give them a better perk if they sign up through us. What can you give us? And so you'll have some other resources available for that. So all that's coming. And kind of the generic, what else? I guess it's really a lot of the most component. The other pieces will be laid in there. We'll always be adding it. It'll be constantly updated. There'll be a monthly membership access fee for it. And it's really something that you can go to on a regular basis. So that's it. So we'll go to Q&A. So there's one or two questions that we'll go back to here in a second. So if you could, please give me some feedback in the chat. If you want to DM me, you can do that as well. But love to hear your feedback on that. The main thing I'm interested in is that helpful for you? And if it is, or if it isn't, is there something that's missing or something else that you'd love to have? Like, the whole reason why we're doing this is for all of us as food truck owners and food shop owners, is that we have the resources we need to simply and easily and effectively, but most importantly, profitably run our business. So if you have something specific that you need some help with or you need some guidance with, please go ahead and put that in there, or please go ahead and let us know what that is. So that's it. So that's all that training I did. I had one or two questions I saw come through. Let me kind of scroll back, see what I can find here, guys. I'm sorry if I missed somebody's question in here. One asked, I have a 16 by 7 foot trailer. Any idea what it costs to have it wrapped? 16 by 7. Gary asked that. I guess would be probably around 3,000 or so. Shop around your local area. You can find some different vendors typically, but that'd be my ballpark guess would be about that. Another question I saw about Instagram Reels. Oh, we answered that already. Next one, whoever's Cajun Snow and Snacks. Love that. I love the Cajun always using the X in your logo. That's cool. So right now I only have a Facebook, but I post all over the time. I have over 700 followers, but only about 100 see my stuff, and I can't get any reactions, any suggestions. So that is a frustrating part about social media. Is what you post will not always go to everyone. It'll go to a smaller percentage of it. Part of that is because somebody may like your page or follow your page, but maybe they don't ever go back into Facebook again for a while, or when they do, maybe that's not what they're interested in anymore. And there's not a lot you can do for that. It's just the way their algorithms work. What helps a ton though, is really kind of two things. One is consistency, posting on a consistent, regular basis. And then the second is engagement. So posting something that people will like or they'll comment on. So asking questions or inviting them, if this looks good to you, please like it or something like that. The more engagements on a post, and the more that Facebook will show that post too. So if you can design it that way, where you can get some more engagement about it, people tend to like that. Facebook tends to like that a little bit better. The other thing we've done a couple of times is we'll post something and then we'll send it out as an email or to our text message list, because if it gets more eyeballs on that, and then as it does that, then Facebook will show it to more people. So you can kind of play with that a little bit. Not getting many reactions, that isn't necessarily a bad thing all the time. There's tons of things I see on social media that I like, or it cause a reaction or move me or something like that. I just don't I don't ever say anything or do anything. It's there, and I just kind of move on to the next thing. So if you're not seeing that, don't necessarily panic about it. The one thing I would recommend for you to do, for everyone to do for that matter, for the next couple of days, excuse me, every single person that comes to your shop, ask them, how did you first hear about us? And then keep a list of it all. Create like a little tally sheet and see where are most people coming from. I did this a while back. And again, I just spent a lot of time teaching you guys about social media. Do you want to know the number one reason why people came to our shop? Because they saw it. And so I was like, oh, I need to spend more emphasis on making sure it looks good and appealing and stands out and is lit up or whatever you want to do, because that was the number one reason people came. Now, I also saw a lot that, for example, TikTok, a lot of people came because of TikTok, but I wasn't doing much on TikTok. Still not doing as much I'd like to. I hired some people for a while and it worked great. But because of that, I saw, man, TikTok's working good. So I'm going to spend more effort on my TikTok. So I recommend doing that, is spending some time doing some polling, finding out why people are coming out to your shop, and see what you like. I see why people are coming. Next one I see is, excuse me, some chopping again. Do you ever clean up your posts, like delete old content to keep it looking clean? I don't do a lot of that. Occasionally I do. What I do a lot of is I reuse posts that work well in the past. Just because something you posted it once doesn't mean you can't ever use it again. If something worked well or worked great, I might post it again. But I'll typically leave old content unless I look back and it just doesn't fit the brand anymore, or I just don't like it anymore for the reason. Then I might do it, but I don't go through and delete a lot of content. I purposely like having a lot there, because if people do choose to go scroll back, I want them to see that we're active, we're engaged, we're busy, we have a lot going on. I want them to kind of see a little bit about what happened to our business. About keeping it looking clean, that's something I do try to do on the forefront of it, making sure as we post, the visually looks good, it's the right filter through it. That's why we use templates a lot in Canva to make sure that the posts come out looking good, so I don't have to think about it again. So I make sure that as I post it, it's kind of a clean look. It's something that I want something that's more on brand for us. I'll do that in the forefront, and then I don't have to do a lot of cleanup in the back end. Hope that makes sense for you. Dennis asked about insurance. You use Flip. They do a $2 million coverage for $299. They do have prices on it. A lot of people use Flip. I'm not an insurance expert, so I can't give you tons of feedback on that. Flip will help you with your food liability, but there's still a lot of other ways you're going to keep yourself exposed if you don't have the proper coverage into place. And honestly, it's different by shop and different by location. I have somebody that I recommend. If you'd like, shoot me a direct message and I'll make an introduction to them as well, so you can look at your specific situation, your specific insurance, and see what is going to work well for you. Flip, as far as I can see though, and again, I'm not a professional when it comes to the insurance side of it. It's like the bare minimum. But even with just that, there's a good chance you're not fully enough covered. Meaning if somebody comes out to my shop and they slip, or somebody crashes into it or whatever, I'm probably not covered enough with just using Flip. So you might want to have another thing in there. So if you need some more insurance help, do that. Also, if you look in the group, go to topics. Just search insurance. We did do a class a couple months back where we talk a lot more about insurance. I did bring in a professional for that. So go ahead and check that out. You can get some more information there. All right, guys, any other questions? We are right about at the hour mark here. And I'm trying to scroll through real quick. Again, I'm only seeing on Zoom. So if you have questions on Facebook or on YouTube, I can go through and answer those later for you. I think I answered most of them. I think I covered most of those. So if you have requests or things you'd like to hear about, or other topics you'd like to hear about, please let us know. We're very open. Again, I say it all the time as I mean it. This group is for you guys. It's for all of us to kind of work together. So if other things you'd like to cover, other things you'd like to talk about, please go ahead and ask there. But if not, if there's nothing else for today, then guys, we're going to end for the day. I appreciate you all spending an hour with us. I hope this is helpful for you. A lot more classes, a lot more things that are coming up. We're really kind of just getting started with all the cool stuff we want to do within the group here. So we'll have a lot more cool things happening. But thank you for spending a few minutes with us today, or spending an hour with us today. And I will talk to you all again very soon. See ya.